It's Aiden and Rebecca from the Dry Eye Foundation. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. Wow, that was a long week.
I think we're just going to keep it short today with some updates and see some people maybe on the support group this afternoon. So our next big thing is Vision Expo West next week. We'll be there from Thursday to Saturday, leaving on Wednesday and coming back on Sunday.
That's in Las Vegas.
Right. Yep, Las Vegas. Not too bad of a flight from Seattle. And still preparing kind of our schedule. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of ping some doctors or get the word out that we'll be there. I think you may have made a social media post about that.
I've been putting that out there for a while. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But we'll get some new ones out this coming week too. Yeah, lots of optometry, really, probably not so much ophthalmology there, but lots of doctors that we know will be there. We've seen some familiar names that are teaching courses there and things. And the big thing at Expo is just a ton of companies. So this will be our time to just spend a lot of time in an exhibit hall and catching up with some companies that we know, learn some ones that we don't, get some new connections going, see if we can find any interesting optical vendors that we can talk into doing some nice things for dry eye and all that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we'll see if we can find any sponsors for the helpline too. I think that's part of it, right?
Yeah, this is kind of picking up where we left off in first quarter of 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic. We were starting to work on talking with companies. We actually had quite a few companies that were interested in providing some funding for the helpline. And then events shut down, and those are gradually all starting up again. We've been starting to go to medical events since kind of the end of last year, but now getting kind of fully back up to speed. So looking forward to talking with them about our helpline.
Let's see. I did some work just catching up our kind of books this morning. I saw we had some new members that joined and also some Facebook fundraisers that were completed, and the donations made it to us this week. So thanks for everyone for donating to those Facebook fundraisers. I finally figured out how we go and see who donated and who started the fundraiser. So I sent some messages today. And yeah, so Mandy, Vice President of the board, made a short little video a couple weeks ago about starting a Facebook fundraiser for the foundation. She made a slightly longer one that I think she'll be posting like on Dry Eye Talk soon, which I also uploaded to YouTube, just kind of putting the call out there for Facebook fundraisers for birthdays. It's pretty simple. There's instructions. It's like 6 steps just to start a fundraiser for the foundation, if anyone is so inclined. Yeah.
I'm just looking at our recent donations, and I see Amazon Smile payments that have come through too.
Oh, totally.
So yeah, you can set us as your Amazon Smile beneficiary.
Yeah, maybe it's just that time of the quarter that everything comes in from Facebook and Amazon. Yep. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so thanks to the people who have set those up. I don't even know everyone personally who set those up, so it's awesome. And I hope, we start conversations with those people and can, hear a little bit more about how they've been helped by the foundation. Anyways, and then end of the month, we're looking at another conference in Chicago. We're going to the American Academy of Ophthalmology. Yeah. I practiced it before we got on, but I was thinking of something else. Ophthalmology meeting at the end of the month. I'm a little not concerned. I'm feeling the pressure of getting some swag ordered and our booth set up. We need to make sure we have stuff to give out.
God, that's the thing. We had it on the calendar last week and it got booted. And oh my God, today's I don't even see on my stupid thing what day of the month it is. It's today the 9th.
It's the 9th.
It's happening today. This is going to be a long day. We're not going home until we get some of the stuff done. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I remember I pushed that out there a couple times. So we got our, okay.
Yeah, I didn't tell you, but this
That
was
was
kind of
not a threat. That
working
was a
meeting.
note to me. Oh boy. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do not have long until that. But that's so American Academy of Ophthalmology is the for me, that's kind of on the medical side where we want to get all the medical news we can get and the most recent studies and catching up with our ophthalmology friends. So really looking forward to that one. They have terrific exhibit halls there too. Kind of obviously much more on the medical side than Expo. But looking forward to that one a lot. As our first time exhibiting. And now should I bring up our almost but not really neighbor?
I was going to ask. I didn't know if I should spring it on you, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. So up until a couple weeks ago on the exhibitor map, which is, enormous for shows like this. There's an awful lot of them, but down in the corner where the Dry Eye Foundation booth is amongst the other nonprofits, just around the corner really where more of the commercial sites are, there was going to be a booth for Regenerize. And there no longer is. They are Gonzo and someone else is in that spot, which we were very pleased about because American Academy of Ophthalmology has quite strict rules for their exhibitors. You cannot market unapproved drugs to American doctors on American Academy of Ophthalmology turf. But unapproved drugs don't always come nicely labeled. So we drew this little fact to the attention of the organizers and were very, very happy to see that they were responsive and concerned and took care of that. I wish the same were true of some of these other events because we're definitely going to be walking by and engaging with a Regenerize booth at Vision Expo, I believe, and potentially at the American Academy of Optometry, unless something changes between now and then. So that will be some of our excitement for the month.
Let's see. Anything else about ophthalmology? Mandy will be there. It's been a while since we've seen her in person. Of course, we'll also try to get our doctor contacts
it's going
lined
to be
up.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. And oh yeah, that's the other part. We've been working on brochures. We found a local printer for brochures and kind of one-pagers for doctors. So I know that's been a request for a long time from kind of members of the foundation, or not so much members, but people in our orbit. So we'll start getting those out.
Yeah,
We
we'll
may
have
even- yeah.
So by the end of the month, we'll have brochures available for doctors to hand out in their offices. And so anyone that would like us to send some to their doctor, just reach out. And it's not too early. You can reach out now and we can just get their information and get them on a list. And when we have them ready, we will start sending them out.
We may even get funding for the printing and mailing costs too.
We're hoping. Yeah,
that.
we applied.
Yeah. So yeah. Feels good to get some stuff almost there, almost ready to go to the printer, and envisioning ourselves in that booth. There's nothing in it right now, but there will be soon.
Yep, we need to rent some chairs and carpet.
Yep.
We'll get it done.
All right. And last thing I wanted to do is just a little wrap up of the events, or kind of forecast of the events rather. We've got our dry eye support group today at 3. I can't even remember if anyone's registered for that, but I'm sure we have our regulars. Mandy's mental health group should be on Monday. Just also wanted to confirm from last week, doesn't seem like the exposure group is going to work with our schedule next week. So we're gonna hold on that until next month. Why am I seeing double on the calendar? That's okay. Yeah, mental health. And Rebecca, you had your scleral group last night?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Small as always, which I actually really like because we can get into lots of nitty-gritty details. We had some good conversations. Yeah. Had someone who is soon to be getting a scleral for one eye due to a non-closing lid, and had some questions and things. And someone else who gosh, I'm getting it mixed up now what her background was, but it is in the fitting process. And we were talking about some things about lens insertion and what to do when you got gunk over your lenses all of the time. And there was an interesting question that came up there actually, because this individual had been told by the contact lens tech that if the lens was getting coated and she needed to get it out and clean it off, she couldn't just take it out, rinse it off, clean it off, and put it right back in. She needed to rest her eye for an hour. And that kind of intrigued me. And I wondered, was there a medical reason for that, or was that their routine advice? So I just encouraged her to get back with the optometrist to pull them into the loop on that issue, because her lenses were just getting so much stuff on them that she really couldn't wear them more than a couple hours at a time. So wearing lenses for, she was post RK, that was it. Wearing lenses for 2 hours and an hour break and then 2 hours is not a really practical way to live with scleral lenses. So interesting issue came up. Then we got into a long discussion, she and I at the end, about the state of dry eye treatments, and topic that you and I have talked about more and more lately, and Dr. Brown as well, about all of this stuff kind of being viewed as the dry eye lunch buffet and just kind of undifferentiated stuff, and talking about how, clinical trial data is available. We can get that stuff. She was mentioning an instance where she'd actually asked for the label information from a drug and was told they couldn't give it to her, which is crazy. That's all you got to do is Google the name of the drug and then FDA and label, and it will come up. There's information that is not overwhelmingly technical that we can find online that will tell us what's the probability that this drug will be helpful for me, or treatment with this device will be helpful for me, and what were the side effects and how many people got them. All of that information that we can use to kind of guide our decisions. Anyway, long-winded way of saying I had a good time at the Scleral Lens meeting last night.
Yeah, we were just looking up the kind of drug facts or listing for Trevia last night.
Yeah.
Just, kind of common side effects for a particular question that we got over email.
Yeah, that was great. I appreciated the reminder to do that, because it was somebody asking about, is there any possibility Trevia will exacerbate the irritation in my nasal passages? I can't remember what or do we hear,
exactly.
Do we hear from people who experience that? And I was scratching my head thinking, who do I know using Trevia? What side effects have they reported? I couldn't remember anyone saying that, but then it was like, bingo, clinical trials. And what do you know? 8% of people in those clinical trials had irritation of some kind, nasal irritation of some kind from it. So it's not like that means necessarily don't try it, but at least that possibility exists. You'll know if you're experiencing it, chances are that is what it's from. So it's all helpful.
Yeah. All right. I think that was it for me. I think
all right. Well, we can wrap up today. So if you haven't already, I hope you will make an account at MyDeaf. Maybe you can post a link somewhere to get to that at dryfoundation.org. That way you can go in, have a look at the calendar, check, register for events, create your profile. If you're a member, you can manage your membership there. If you're not a member, we'd love for you to become one.
Perfect. Thanks for the reminder. And we'll see everyone from Las Vegas next week.
Bye, everybody.